Hey everybody, it's Cardboard Collector coming to you with another video review, and today we're doing it on the Mafex 224 Black Adam figure. This is one that I waited for a hot second just because I had some delay in my figure coming in. I would have had this review out last week if it was not for certain companies that I won't mention that doesn't understand. I'm sorry, not a company per se as far as where I bought it from, but the company that was shipped with. That they don't understand what the meaning of overnight is, apparently. So, anyways, all that aside, let's get into the review here. So, as you can see, very beautiful figure, very reminiscent of, let's get him over here, very reminiscent of the Dwayne Johnson in the Black Adam movie. He looks really good, face sculpt looks good, paint looks good, cape is a ton better than the SH Figure Art one. The only complaint that I have is that the hood, so when you go to put the hood up, it's got a wire in it. So it folds down and everything a lot better. And I try to, get it about the best I can to get it to fit there. And you can get it like that, but then you have this big spot off in the back that just kind of hangs. And I haven't quite been able to get mine just right. If any of y'all's messed with it yet and you have a good solution for it, please let me know, because I'm trying to get it worked out. So mine's just been staying, kind of down for the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the hood here, and we'll get into some of the rest of the figure here. As you can see, it's like his costume, his suit's got some sort of like the writing for his his language on the like in the movie and stuff. It's like some of the writing through it, and it just looks really good. Like I really like this figure. I'm a big Black Adam fan. The movie was okay, and I kind of like the Dwayne Johnson playing him, but it's I'm a big fan of the figure. I really like the figure here. Well, I don't want to put him down because we're gonna get into let's get into some articulation here. So first off, as usual, ball joint in the head, ball joint in the neck. He can look down that far. He can look up that far. Side to side. He can crack his neck there. Arms can hit the T-pose and just a little, I don't want to strain it too much, but you can kind of get just somewhat of a Y pose. But just barely. It's more or less T-pose. Butterfly joints in the shoulder here. 360 the arm. Bicep rotation. Double jointed at the elbow. Swivel at the wrist peg here, and then 360 because it's on a ball joint, the wrist peg. Ab crunch, go down that far, and it does come over really good over that, so I don't feel any paint scratching or anything over that part of the lightning bolt, but it will cover that part of the lightning bolt when he does it. And then he can go back that far, not too bad. And then we get here at the waist, you can go side to side, you can 360, and then you can crunch it to get a little bit more down and way far back. So that's great. Leg drop. So he's got some thick legs, man. He's been hitting leg day hard. So he's got some thick legs through here. So he can still get it up in a good range with that drop down, and move it pretty good back. That drop down's really tight on mine, I guess because of the thickness of the leg, but I mean I kind of like it. Double joint knee right there. And then we get down to the ankle pivot. It's good. And then you can go down about that far, go up about that far, a little resistance with the boot, and then you got the toe hinge right there. So overall, solid normal Mafex articulation there. Let's see. Let's get him stood back up here. All right, now let's get into the accessories. So let's start off with the different head sculpts. So the first one you're going to get his lightning eyes when he's powering up. I like that one. Then this has got to be one of my favorites because I'm huge. I was a wrestling fan. You got the you saw the Rock's cooking pose. The eye. They didn't have to do that, but I like that. I like that quite a bit. I have the SH Figure Arts version, which I'll show you in a second for the review, but it didn't quite compare to that. I thought that was pretty good. Then you got different hands. Let's see. First, we got these open palm hands, and then you have these hands right here, which I guess is like a just a kind of relaxed hand a little bit, slightly with his thumbs out. You have these hands here. I'm not sure what these would be. I guess for fighting hands. They kind of look like like when the hand, like when somebody has, like when they're posing like karate style. They have like one hand in that kind of motion right here, and they'll have the other hand like in a fist. So I'm not really sure what you call those. And then you got these kind of what I guess the grappling hands, or the grappling like hands, or choke you out hands, whichever. It's The Rock. He can do what he wants. And then you have these hands where you can attach the lighting effects that I'm about to show. They just they peg onto these hands right here. And we'll move into those lighting effects now. So you have these two lighting effects. And these are the ones this is some they peg onto. Really nice, and they got the peg holes right there. And it's kind of like the ones that come with a Shazam. They just peg onto the hands right here. And then you have this new one that's like a double jointed one, or not double jointed, but a double lightning bolt that you peg onto the hands, and they come together to shoot one big bolt. I have a little trouble getting my hands to get together to do it, but I'm sure I'm just doing it wrong. I'm sure there's better ways of doing it. You have these two lightning effect pieces that you can take the hands off and slide them over the peg, and then put the hands back on to have that lighting. And then you have these ones that kind of just snap onto the arm at the same spot where if you don't want to slide them over, you can slap these big ones over on the arm too. So it's almost covering a lot of his arm if you have both of them on. And then you have this effect piece right here that this part goes around his neck, and it just kind of sits across his chest right there, showing the lightning going all over his chest. And I'll show those. I'll show a lot of those off in my pictures here at the end of this. But that's it for the accessory. Oh, and then you have the cape. No, we already showed that one, but that's it for the accessories. So let's move into comparisons. The one that I know y'all came for, the one that everybody is asking, how does he stack up against the SH Figure Arts? And I've had the SH Figure Arts for a lot longer. Well, I'm going to take this one's cape off. Move the cape. So here he is stacked up against the SH Figure Art version. He's a little bit taller than the SH Figure Arts version. I will say that I like the coloring of the Mafex version better as far as like the skin tone, and I like the facial expression a lot better. This one over here it's a little lighter. It's not bad. I will say, as far as some of the coloring goes, I kind of like some of the coloring on the lightning bolt on this one better, because like in the beginning of the movie, it really wasn't that kind of more fleshed out gold color. It was real dirty looking, and the rest of the suit really captures that with him. But the lightning bolt's not as dirty looking. But I get why they did it, because you don't want to have too much of the black. I guess you kind of want a little bit something to stand out. Another thing I noticed was, on this version, there's a lot more of that kind of like the writing, like I said, almost the hieroglyphic kind of writing, whereas I don't really see it. Yeah, you can see it on this one. Okay, yeah, okay, never mind. It's not as noticeable, but it's there, and you can see the difference in the suits when it comes to the SH Figure Art one and this one. I mean, they're not far off from each other, honestly. I think I prefer, after now handling both of them, I think I prefer the Mafex one just a little bit more. But I mean, the SH Figure Arts one is not a. Let me fix his neck. That's gonna bother me. The SH Figure Arts one is not a bad figure by any means. So if you can't pick up the Mafex one, I mean the SH Figure Art one is good. Also, the cape's not as good. I will say the cape is a lot more tragic than the other one. I mean, the hood aside on the other one, this one's just bad. The hood's way worse on this. There's no wire going through it. But anyway, so that's the comparison of those two. And so let's add in, we got the Mafex Black Adam here. So you can see how those stack up. They're about the same height. See, this is like your more classic looking comic accurate Black Adam. And then let's move these guys aside. All right, two more comparisons for sure that I think you need to line up with these guys, because they do appear with each other. First, we are going to line him up. It'll be better when we get the new version of it, but this is the only version we have right now. Is the Shazam, is the Mafex Shazam movie, Shazam. So you can see how those stack up together. He is way shorter. Like, I mean, and as he should be. I mean, Zachary Levi's a tall dude, but I don't know compared to The Rock. I think The Rock's supposed to tower him a little bit. And then your other comparison here, of course, because he was at the end of the movie, so you have to. We got the Mafex Justice League Superman. It won't stand. There it goes. Mafex Justice League Superman. So you can see how they kind of stack up together. Let's see. And for probably should do some. Well, yeah. I was ill prepared when it comes to comparisons. Let's break out a few more different figures just so you can kind of see the height and how he scales in. Here's one that I think is kind of appropriate because of the Dwayne Johnson, the Rockhead. Here he is with a wrestling figure to the John Cena. So you can see how they scale with each other. You know, gotta have John Cena. And let's see here. Let's do it with. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I'm pulling figures out of bags right now because I was a little ill prepared on. I was just gonna show the few comparisons, but then I'm like, you know what? Let's get a few more comparisons in there, just so you can see. Here's another new figure I just got. It's the SH Figure Arts Ahsoka version of Anakin. Well, give it stand up here. And of course, he's going to be a ton shorter now. He's a little bit shorter than he probably should be, but you can see how those kind of line up there. Anyways, so comparisons aside, overall, I think this is a great figure. I think if you're a Black Adam fan, you will not be disappointed in this figure. Even if you're not a Black Adam fan and you just want to pick up a version of the Black Adam from the movie, I think this is the one to go with. The SH Figure Arts one, like I said, it's not a bad figure. I just feel as I'm handling them, I like this one a lot more. There's a lot more lightning effects. The SH Figure Arts version didn't have as many lightning effects, and I'll probably end up doing a review on him also at some point. But there just wasn't as many effect pieces and stuff. The Mafex come with a lot of hands, a lot of different effect pieces, the different head sculpts. I mean, they just kind of really hit all the marks for me. The only complaint I think I have with this figure is the cape. Like I said, the cape overall is good. The hood, the wire in the front helps, but that back piece is just so bad. I'm thinking about maybe just doing a little super glue on the back just to hold it down, and then I can pose the rest of it. And we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll try to customize a little bit and see if I can fix it. But anyways, like I said, great figure. I recommend it. At the end of the day, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's up to you and what you like. Because, I mean, nobody can tell you that, this figure's better than the other one, or this figure's, or the other figure's way better than this one. It all comes down to what you feel and what you think and what you like. That's all that matters. So anyways, I hope this has been informational for you. If you want to, give me a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. I post it in the description below. And just, watch out for my content. Try to post content at least every once a week, if not more. I'm going to try to start doing a few more videos a week instead of just one. Start trying to pump them out a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you have a great day or night or whatever it is where you're at right now as you're watching this video, and I hope that your collecting will always be fruitful. Later, guys.